Hi, second graders. It's Mrs. Coslow, Leah, and Fiona is with Gus here. And today we're going to practice some letter writing. Now, we're actually not going to be writing any letters. We're just going to review the 5 different parts of a letter. So Leah has them here, and they're kind of taped onto the book, but they're all mixed up. So in a letter, there are 5 parts. So let's first look at where the 5 parts are on this letter paper. We have the first part, number 1. Then we have number 2. This is all number 3, number 4, and then number 5. This is the same letter paper that you're going to be using. And we have all the different parts, the labels for what each part of this letter is called over here. Leah has them.
Which one?
We're just going to first show them all the different parts. But the thing is, they're all not in the correct order. So let's see. We have heading, body, closing, signature, and greeting. Each of those are a part of the letter. So we're going to label this letter with the 5 different parts. Now this letter is written to me from Gus. Can you show them Gus, Fiona? Yeah, so Gus wrote me this letter because I'm going to be the first star of the week in our class. I'm so excited. Okay, but before we can do that, we have to learn the 5 different parts of a letter. So let's start right here at number 1. What's this part? At the top of the paper, it says August 31st, 2020. Now, when you have a letter, the very first thing that appears, this top line to the right, think of your head is at the top and so is the heading. Leah, can you find heading? Good. So we're going to stick that on here for number 1. The very first line where the date is called the heading. Okay, after the heading, that was number 1. Number 2, the second part of a letter. Dear Mrs. Coslow. Dear Mrs. Coslow. That's who the letter is going to. Who are you writing to? And that's usually called the greeting because you're saying hello to the person that you're writing to. So number 2 is called, Leah, you found it? The greeting. Very good. Okay. Now we have the biggest, most important part of the letter, all of the writing right here. All of this writing that Gus did to tell me about how wonderful I am and talk about my poster for Star of the Week. So we did the heading, the greeting, that was number 2, where you're saying hello. And then the rest, the biggest part of me, and the biggest part of a letter is the body. Okay, good job. So let's see here. We have number 3.
Body.
This part is called the body, and I can stick it on here because this is all the body. That's the biggest part of the letter. Now, we did number 1, heading, the date. Number 2, greeting. Who's the letter 2? Number 3, the body. All the writing that you want to say. And then down here, number 4, it says your friend. There are 2 little lines right here, 4 and 5. On number 4, it says your friend. That means the letter is coming to a close. It's ending. So we call that
the closing.
The closing. Very good. So number 4 is the closing. So I'm going to stick that here. And you guys probably remember this. Now, at the end, it says Gus for number 5. This is the 5th part of the letter. And that is called the signature. Good, Leah. Signature. Good. That means you write your own name to say who the letter is from. Okay, Leah, can you say it with me? We're going to do the 5 different parts of this letter. Okay, number 1 is
the heading.
Number 2 is
the greeting.
Number 3
Body.
Number 4.
Closing.
And number 5.
Signature.
Signature. Very good. 5 parts of a letter. And that's the order that it goes in. So we just want to remind you, especially when you're writing your letter, you're going to use this same letter paper. And I want to make sure that you start with the one line, the heading at the top, not upside down like this. We don't want to start with the two lines always go at the bottom, the 2 small lines. So 2 lines go at the bottom. We'll talk more about that. But now you know the 5 different parts of a letter, and you're going to go practice labeling a letter with the 5 different parts: heading, greeting, body, closing, and signature on Seesaw. Okay. Good job. Thanks, Leah. Thanks,
Bye,
Fiona.
everyone. Bye, everyone.